With the mission set in motion to gain the favor of the cloud giants by defeating a loathsome dragon, our heroes are in the final stages of collecting all they'll need to build the awesome airship. Will they succeed? Will they become dragon snacks? Find out this week on Hapless Heroes.
She draws both of her broadswords.
Woman swords.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast. I'm Francesco, and I'm your host and DM. I have a cast of characters tonight that needs no further introduction, but we're going to do it anyways because it's the way we've been doing it for so long.
And Quinn always needs an introduction.
That's the worst reason to do something.
Just because it's the way it's been done is not an
It's
okay
because
reason
that's
to
the
keep
way
doing
we do
Right.
it.
Slap somebody if they tell you that that's the reason.
James is Hoblet the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos.
Massimo is Morton Mac, a.k.a. Gorgeous Mort. Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
Quinn will rue the day that you don't introduce him.
Rule or rue?
Rue the day.
I see.
You will.
Control.
Dave as Zero Valen's Avatar of War.
And if Quinn is ruining the day, we're all ruining the day.
I see how that works.
So much ruining.
Zach is Paradol Lincoln Woods.
We're pretty high up in these clouds.
Yeah, those are really good. That was
Well played, sir.
good vocals on that.
And hopefully by the time this airs, it is legal.
It's going to be like 3 weeks from now, dude. No, I really don't think so.
Come on, New York!
We can say that any episode. I mean, it'll still be hopefully.
Hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully.
And obviously having to follow that now, we have John as Lord of the Drow of the Light.
Does my hair look better? I feel better now.
Look good, feel good, Jarrell.
Yeah.
Look good, feel good. Speaking of looking good and feeling good, you guys, some of you have cleaned up.
Others have not.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure I
waste
have
your
vomit
time.
all over myself. And,
No, you vomited on Hoblet.
well,
And
I'm,
yourself.
I'm sure that some got on me as well.
So yeah, Mort and Hoblet had some drinking adventures with the Cloud Giants. Who, I mean, to be fair, Hoblet did earn some respect, you know, and kind of helped sort of ease any tension there would have been between your party and these giants by participating in a little carousing in a non-violent way.
Aw.
We found out
Maybe
there
a little violent.
I mean,
No,
it's-
that's a rabble rouse.
Yeah.
Carousing is non-violent. Rabble rousing, violent.
Carousing often leads to rabble rouse.
What about a hootenanny?
That's
Well,
a party
that's
where you
after
use
the
arouse
rabble rouse.
and then
Listen,
rabble rouse
the
after.
night is young. We may reach hootenanny
Yes.
levels just yet.
Carousing, rabble rousing, then hootenanny.
I don't know. I'm
Patience.
I'm not getting up for anything short of a ruckus.
Oh.
Ruckus would then follow, yes, on the hierarchy of...
Well, I guess let's see what happens, because what you
Danger.
guys are trying to do now, as you've sort of petitioned the Cloud Giants to help, you know, to provide you guys with some Cloud Obsidian, they're looking for you to essentially prove your worth first.
Yeah, we've got to have some clout here.
Damn it.
Yes, clout.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. That's really good. Oh, is this going to be a Cloud Puns episode? Oh, shit.
I don't think
Well, I
that
mean,
you're
we-
gonna get
we
many
already-
That
more
was not a
than
pun. That was just a play on words.
We already did tree puns, so
Yeah.
I feel like we're it's due.
Oh,
We're already due.
and we got the giant gas pun. I wasn't counting on that one, but now that I think back,
What was the giant gas
well, it
pun?
wasn't much more of a pun. It was just more of a Jarl shitting himself.
I don't know. I think
You can see where the difference between those is really narrow.
too many cloud puns would just add too much fluff to the
Yeah,
episode.
I knew it.
I mean,
yourselves in.
you brought it up.
It may have sounded like I was issuing a challenge, but I have done nothing of the sort.
Oh, please. It was nothing short of like giving out the mystery ingredient of the day on Iron Chef.
I really like your way of looking at it, Dave. That's fantastic. So you have to petition, though, these cloud giants to give you their Sky Obsidian. And in order to do that, you need to prove your worth to them. And in order to do that, you need to go kill a big-ass dragon.
It's win-win.
And in order to do that, because it would be really difficult to do it on foot, you have to convince the Mer-kis-ma-ther of this clan to
Mer-kis-ma-ther.
essentially give up some griffins for you to ride, you as strangers, outsiders.
It's a win-win-win.
We have to convince America's mother to let us ride her griffins.
No, not Melania. Ooh.
Don't talk. Don't talk to them. Stop talking to them. Go back to being drunk on the floor.
Again, are you telling me this as John, or are you
that's a
telling
really
me this
tough
as
decision
Jarrell?
Both.
Do most cloud dragons are most of them like trying to quit breathing fire and they just vape?
Cloud dragon.
Well, there's no such thing as a cloud dragon.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to fight a dragon in clouds.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're trying to we're trying
But
to leave the
obviously-
clouds to find a dragon
hope
to
it
bring
fits.
back to the clouds.
Semantically, it seems like it would be a cloud dragon.
If he's a boy and he's your friend.
Maybe that's how you see it.
Well, if that's all they're doing, if that's the only thing the dragon's doing is like blowing sick clouds, then
Also,
not
cloud
gonna be part
dragon,
of
sick
it.
band name, I'll call it.
I feel like that's already been taken. But
Cloud dragon?
oh yeah,
Well, I certainly hope so, but
I've
I still
already
call
got
it
the what URL or
the
whatever.
domain name.
Domain name.
clouddragon.com.
It's, give me $100 for it.
Well, I've got to claim it before this hits the air
I
because
guarantee someone already has it.
clouddragon.com.
Yeah,
If
guarantee it.
any one of
Oh,
our
yeah.
followers has the domain name clouddragon.com,
But you might still be able to have access to Cloud Dragon Band or Cloud Dragon Music.
Yeah, but nobody wants to
Yeah,
take all that shit. in.
CloudDragon.com is almost certainly taken by a vape shop.
Oh my
Let's
God.
check
Because
on that.
it's
Let's
right
check
at the
on that.
Venn diagram of tacky and punny.
It's a guarantee that it's taken.
Guarantee.
Don't. It's gonna take way too long. to look it up right
100%
now.
guarantee. It's
He's
taken.
doing it.
Yeah,
He's
And
fucking
he
doing
should.
it. Killing
Anyways, while he does that,
Yeah, you guys are.
Everyone's
Yeah,
one
at one point we were playing Dungeons and Dragons. I forgot where that stopped.
We're doing pretty good.
It
Yeah.
didn't. We're just
we didn't. Die
we have a
yet.
really weird kung fu style of D&D. Like the drunken boxing of D&D games.
Yeah.
Is it butt stuff?
is it that dildo company?
Oh, that's Bad Dragon.
Bad Dragons.
God
Not
damn
to
it.
be confused with baddragons.com.
Well, this is a acupuncture needle manufacturer distributor, so I guess it still involves some poking.
Okay. Your dream is dead.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Wow. So back to the game.
On to the next one.
Yeah, you have to now collect yourselves and figure out what you're going to do here. There is like an escort that will take you to the Mer-kis-ma-ther. But
Great.
you're going to have to essentially, maybe like, you guys maybe have...
like it just sounds like you're saying America's mother. Like it really does. I don't know. How do you spell it?
Merkismather.
It's a general.
America's-
Just remember that it's a general of their military.
Mer-kis-ma-ther.
Well, you better hope that Mort doesn't speak or
Really
hear this
hoping.
person's name because
All right. That's
it's gonna end bad.
I mean, you say that, but you are in control of that.
No, Mort's in control of himself.
we know.
Kind of.
Uh-huh.
So they
this is-
lead this arguing group.
I was going to say that you guys had a few moments to discuss your approach, but I mean, I guess that this
No,
is what
we
we're
should do
spending
that.
our time with.
No, we should.
Yeah, we wasted that time with nonsense,
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay.
100%.
So we're just going to go right up to the Eyrie.
Okay, so they're marching us further up the
they're
mountain.
just like showing you where to go because
Yeah, sure.
this is a gigantic fortress and it's easy to get lost.
Up
Yeah.
on the
Also,
castle
it's a faraway
on
everywhere.
a cloud.
Right, technically you are guests in their home, so they're trying to, be good hosts and show you where to go.
and we're trying to be polite.
Yes, trying to, doing your best.
I mean, we're doing well
This is
for
pretty
who
good.
we are. I mean, he passed out before he could be any more offensive.
That's actually true. That was probably
We're good.
best case scenario.
Yeah,
This is probably the best thing that could
we
have happened.
we're
to
we're
him.
doing all right. I'm feeling confident.
We're right in our idiom.
Although when Quinn starts feeling confident, well, we'll see what happens.
Go ahead and finish your
No, no.
sentence.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Make it a little too
Anything is
confident.
possible.
So,
Anything is possible.
so as you're climbing the tower, it's like in like the stairs and like the even like some of the little windows that are kind of built into this tower. They're covered in like these gigantic feathers and like there's like some like straw
Do we see griffins as
and
we're
like
walking
tree
up?
branches. You can see them maybe fly. Like you can kind of see one kind of fly past a window real fast, but they're like you're still climbing at a pretty decent pace.
Jarrell is in awe at this point because he's only heard of these. He's never seen a griffin before.
Yeah, you begin to reach the top, and there's actually several floors of platforms that have griffins like nested there. You have a question, Mort?
I do. For the record, my hand was raised to not go out of turn here. But I would like to know if Mort has any background with griffins, any griffin knowledge. Can I use a history check on that?
I'm just trying
Does
to
he know
think of,
anything
I'm just
about
trying to think
griffins?
of any context in which Mort, as a spoiled little kid, would have been exposed to griffins.
Maybe it was
dad's
like
book?
he
I don't
left
know.
me one
Besides his
as
book.
like a
No,
gift.
Oh, you had a
definitely
pet
didn't do that.
griffin?
He
On
didn't-
like a Crucible run, he brought back me a pet griffin.
Just
Or
give
like
me a history check.
Thank
Let's
you.
just see
Okay.
what, I mean, let's see what you know.
Let's go. Come on, nat 20. No. 7.
7.
They thought it was a
your
griffin,
history?
but it was really just like
It was
a
a
fucking
puppy.
chihuahua with wings taped to
What
it.
I really wanted to do was like wow these cloud giants with like a ridiculous knowledge of griffins, so they felt comfortable. But
Completely understand. You had a griffin stuffed animal as a kid.
well, I'm gonna tell them that
Okay.
most likely.
They like one one of them in the back just says, "Oh, that's adorable."
Okay, I can work with that.
And one of them says, "Cool."
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly.
I can still work with that.
Yeah.
You're making friends. Good job.
When you're trying to impress cloud giants, it's really going to be a hit or miss.
Okay, that's not necessarily just for. Okay, that was good.
Okay.
Okay.
You make it to the top. The Mer-kis-ma-ther is here. She's this.
and she's female.
Yes.
America's mother is here.
Star spangled and all.
She draped in red, white, and blue.
Mort starts humming "America the
What, like,
Beautiful."
What are we envisioning? Fucking Betsy Ross sitting here or
At
something?
this
that'd be
point,
cool.
I'm picturing the Statue of
Rocking chair.
Liberty.
You know what? I'll
Because
give you.
of them.
I'll give you a little bit. It's red, white, and blue war paint.
Cool.
Okay.
Their skin is blue.
So there's
red
just
and
red and
white
white war paint with like
Blue
natural skin
There you go.
tones
Bam.
showing.
Now it's not a joke to you anymore, is it? No, it's real.
I knew it was real
America's
the whole
mother.
time.
No, not that. Just the joke.
So it's not America's mother.
Mer-kis-ma-ther.
In addition to the, red and white war paint, she's actually dressed in like this sort of like feathery like bone armor. It's like, I mean, she's got these like these gigantic like what looks like bastard swords like at her hips, and a spear at her back with like with a little like round shield. And she seems to be like kind of, like minding things here, like giving orders or just kind of like making sure that like some of the animals are being like taken care of and fed. Like she's really kind of like overseeing this whole operation. From
Making sure nobody has their spearheads in the clouds.
A reach, a reach, but still good.
yeah,
It's good enough to keep the streak going.
I do appreciate the effort. Yeah, and she just looks at looks at you guys, like the group of you, and looks at the giants who brought you here, and like they kind of just like shrug, and they kind of like motion for you to say something, and she's just kind of like sitting there like looking at you expectantly.
When being introduced, am I aware of? Do I bow or kneel? Like which or salute or which would I do in this situation?
Well, I feel like it's America's Mother. You salute.
You know what? Since we're in a new episode,
non-verbally.
Since we're in a new episode here,
Lord.
it's a pretty particular part of this custom that you're not really sure. You can't remember. It's a little foggy.
Okay,
Give me
so
a
I'll
history
just
check.
trying real hard to be polite,
Yeah. Thank
So
you.
you do.
and it's a 7.
You do all the
Friends
above.
join the puns.
Give me your best guess.
Jarrell walks forward and bows.
We don't do that here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
And then stands straight up and looks like kind of back at whoever said that, and then is going to.
One of the cloud giants behind you is like holding back a laugh, like it's kind of like snickering.
And Jarrell's going to say, "Mer-kis-ma-ther." Good luck. Good luck getting it out.
I love this man.
On, Thane of your people has sent us on a mighty mission. We require the use of your griffins. And he.
You on a first name basis with Orn?
Orin, the Thane is how I keep referring to him. I'm hoping that's correct.
He is.
I mean,
He hasn't been corrected.
You've given his name and you've given his title.
So I'm just trying again a persuasion here to get her to let us ride her awesome griffin.
Sure, let's go with that. Just,
Let's-
let's make this a first impressions persuasion roll. Yeah.
All right.
It's like Colonel Harold.
9. And that was a 2, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Following up with his promise,
Uh-huh.
Mort is going to take out the goblets as well as the plates and say, Miss Mother, please take this
Mother.
Why? Can
payment for rental of your griffins.
Jarrell
and,
has to let him get
and
all of this
try
out?
to persuade her.
Please.
Now, is this payment or is this like collateral?
Both.
You can't.
You can keep you can keep like half of the stuff and the
What?
other half is collateral. So it's both.
You're making
All
your
right.
deal worse.
Giving her half a set.
At the top.
Ah, bitches. That's a 19.
A 19.
Hell
21.
yeah.
It's
Oh, it's a 21. Never mind. It's fucking 21. I'm bad at math.
We know.
Never mind.
I'm sorry.
I'll leave it at that.
Thank you.
Did she just think she's adorable?
Automatic nat 1 for falling off the
Die
third.
down.
She looks at you, Mort, and says, "Yes, good. We could use the silver to arm our weapons to kill the undead."
I say fuck the undead, yeah.
She
We are also totally into killing the undead. If that's a thing, we'll
We
do
also
it.
kill the undead.
She looks at one of her fellow shield maidens and says, "Ufrid, melt these down immediately." And they take all of your silver, like that you
Fine.
put down,
That's
and
fine.
bring it down the tower to the forge to melt it down and put it into their weapons.
And instead of bowing, I then put my hands together and like like I'm praying, and instead like give her a salute then.
Why are you making such? All of you are making such weird movements. Like we don't just say hello. What is wrong with you people? Like
Hello.
Not every day you meet Mer-kis-ma-ther.
America's Mother, can we please have one of your griffins now?
At this point, I feel like Paradil has just been like hanging back, and he's eating popcorn in the comments section.
Oh
here.
yeah. There was popcorn on like the 3rd floor of this place. You just kind of grab some on your way up.
Yeah,
There was, like-
I'm just enjoying this show.
Yeah.
Was
There's
it an
nothing
air
on the line
popper?
here, really. That's good.
Okay, but that works though, right? That persuades her?
Yes, and that pun worked too. What's that?
I mean,
That-
cloud puns are hard.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So that persuades her to give us a griffin.
I mean, yes, but she says, okay, you all can't fit on one griffin. First of all, have any of you rode a griffin before?
I start telling her about my griffin story from back in the day.
About your stuff? You mean you're like
About my stuffed
animal?
griffin.
Okay.
Named Beans.
Good. Have any of you here, like literally any of you, flown a griffin before?
Jarrell
can
has
ride
never,
a
but
horse.
he looks super excited.
Yeah, I've heard that griffins, especially in the clouds, are serious business.
I've been trying to do Nimbus and I can't put it. I can't get it in there.
That was really
That was good.
That was really good.
That was well done.
That was high effort. Yeah. Anyways,
I'm on cloud 9 right now.
that's low hanging fruit. You gotta save that for when we're running low.
I'm feeling low already.
Yeah. Well, there's no room for a low flying cloud on there, so we're just gonna move on. She's like, so we have to train all of you. Okay, this is gonna take some time.
We are very fast learners.
We're gonna cut to a montage.
Yes.
Griffin riding.
Griffin riding montage.
Of the group
Swoop, swoop.
learning how to ride learning how to ride griffins montage. However, this is going to be a animal handling role assisted montage, because this is what's going to help shape what this montage actually looks like. So I want everyone to make me animal handling checks, please.
Are we assisted? We're doing it at advantage?
Assisted by. Assisted.
Sure, yes, you're being coached.
I rolled this same thing twice.
So what does
sucks.
assisted mean?
Unbelievable.
That's
Advantage?
You
unfortunate.
have advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna let's go
And
around.
it's the same thing that's on there. That's crazy.
crazy.
Somebody play the number 11
You're
on a
crazy.
scratch or on a lottery ticket tonight, because it's a winner.
What?
It's my favorite.
It's only one number.
It happened just 3 times in a row. It's gonna happen.
So
Play it 3
Hamlet,
times.
what did you get for your animal handling?
18. I can handle one of these
'Kay.
fuckers.
You are definitely able to handle it. How about Mort?
It's just a straight 11.
Okay, we're gonna move on for a minute. Quinn,
18.
0.
Also 18.
Paradel,
Theme here.
8.
and Jarrell.
15, but he's super excited.
Very enthused, Jarrell.
He's like that student that you know is a B student, but you give him the A anyway because
Rapper.
he's that like yeah.
He's really feeling it.
An enthusiastic 15.
So the way that I see this montage playing out is where we have like scenes of, Quinn and Zero and Hoblet and Jarrell, like all comfortably riding their griffins, kind of soaring through, like someone's kind of guiding them, pointing over their shoulder, like, look this way, but like they're like much bigger than you, so like they're like, it's very easy to see.
Jarrell has
However-
like Griffin training wheels.
And then like the camera quickly cuts and you see that. Sorry, I need to get this out. Mort is hanging drunk off of his griffin while somehow Paradol has ended up in its talons. to be as if he's being saved from falling because his griffin is now flying about 40 feet below him.
A different Griffin saved him.
Yeah. And
How did this even happen?
Or the Griffins thought he was Snack.
right.
Oh, Paradol is a snack.
So
Let me
after-
say that much.
So after a few hours,
He's a little hottie.
you guys are all pretty at least acclimated enough that like it's like kind of flying. It's like flying a horse. That's not a horse at all, but a terrifying and awesome beast.
If you can fly a horse, you can fly a griffin, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave that there.
I think if you can fly a horse, you can do pretty much fucking anything.
You're already winning. You're already winning.
So the answer
You're
to that
flying a
question
horse.
still is then yes.
It's also called a Pegasus. But,
10
Testicles would be so proud.
No, anybody can fly a Pegasus. It takes a real man to fly a horse. Or a real woman. Or a real whatever you are.
I can't.
Oh, goodness gracious. You're going to do that every time you take a sip of your beverage?
No, just every time something that absurd happens, I guess. We're talking about flying horses.
We are
here.
high in the clouds, you know.
Moving on.
So, you are all, for the most part, pretty educated on how to fly griffins. I'm going to say that Peridil and Mort might have a bit of a harder time, but aren't going to be, like, seriously disadvantaged. Just, you guys aren't...
Seriously?
Can I just catch a ride on somebody else's griffin? I don't want to pilot my own griffin. I feel like that's a bad idea.
I mean, griffins are large.
Fucking huge.
I mean, they kept one of you and a giant on there, so they can definitely handle
Yeah.
two of you.
So I'm going to hop onto Hoblet's griffin.
Jarrell will definitely scoop Peridil.
I want to just make sure that there's consent here.
It's already happened. And I'm sobering up, so I'm getting better.
Keep it down. Keep it down back there.
Okay, so that's an agreement.
Zero, while they're all figuring out rides, since I don't have to carry anybody else, I'm trying to find a way to kind of, maybe rig like a monopod or something on the rigging of the Griffin for reason, so we can fire while flying.
Why don't you make me... Let's see. Just like, do you have any crafting tools on you?
I feel like he's one giant crafting tool.
Right. I mean, I'm still asking,
Something's been
As far
bothering
as,
me about the immovable rod.
What's that?
I need to I want it to work in my brain, so I need to establish how it works. Like the immovable rod, we're on a spinning planet here, right?
Okay, no, yeah, I understand.
So the way I have to make it work in my mind is that it kind of triangulates its position based off of land masses around it or
Sure.
something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe the immovable rod would act differently in space.
Right. Or if we're on a moving vehicle, does the immovable rod not work?
Unless you attach the immovable rod, to the vehicle itself.
Okay.
Maybe.
It has to be fastened to whatever it's
The
immovable.
lines are a little blurry there.
Okay. It's not just me.
Yeah, no, it's not.
All right.
Some of these spells are a little complex, and you can get really existential about them.
Because if it's relative to the universe, you place the immovable rod, and a fucking Yoda second later, it's
Right.
gone.
No, definitely not that. It
It locks itself, geosynchronously or something.
Yes.
Or Yato. What's the? I feel like the s-
YOTTA.
Yeah, Yota.
Yeah.
I feel like the smaller metric prefixes get, the more they just sound like Marx Brothers.
That's actually scarily.
Gigatera and Yadamarks.
Yeah. Pico Marx.
Wow.
It sounds vaguely ethnically offensive.
There was a Chico. Or no, it's pronounced Chico, because apparently he got all the chicks.
Oh my god. Anyways, so to the question that you asked, though,
Which one?
But actually, in response to the question posed to me, Zero is going to have just the basic tools he would need to do repairs and maintenance on himself.
okay. Just
Whatever he would use to heal himself and
Make me a crafting tools check with your dexterity
All right.
and add your proficiency.
Okay. It is a 10 plus 7 for 17.
Yeah, you're able to at least fashion something where you could at least affix or find a way to at least reduce the sway while flying the griffin, so that your shots would be accurate,
Yeah.
at least a little easier to aim. And the Mer-kis-ma-ther does look over to you and say, I think it's a fool's errand you're on. Just don't kill my griffins. This dragon is not to be tangled with. My huntresses and I were going to take care of it, but no. The High King and Queen think it's fun to just trust outsiders to do this work and send them to their potential deaths. And yet, look at you. You go willingly.
Mort's gonna yell "Yeehaw" and then like kick the heel of like his boot against his griffin to like get it going.
Hoblet. You're not capable of riding your own griffin.
Correct.
You gave consent.
For the record, James now has his head in his hands as he is now admitting defeat.
I immediately regret this.
Do you? Do you?
I kicked my griffin. It's not your fucking griffin.
But again, yeah, yeehaw, kick the griffin and hope it just goes.
Mort, make me a animal handling check.
That's not good. That is not great. Oh, I really need a good one here. Not bad, 14.
It just doesn't listen to your command.
Okay. So I just do it. And nothing happens.
Everyone's staring at you.
So I just look like an asshole.
Can you just be holding? Can you be holding?
America's-ma-ther.
Not like
Can
an
you be holding
asshole.
a pose and like not break that pose?
Sure.
Business as usual.
I would like to kick Mort and tell him to quit kicking the fucking griffin.
Sure, you do that. You just kind of give him a
Oh, okay. I was hoping for a nat 1, and I just.
I'm not going to call for a roll from that. I think it's pretty easy enough to just like kind of like look back and just like
Sure.
kick someone with your foot.
Lay off the ride, Mort. We're trying to get around here.
Well, why haven't we left yet?
Fuck if I know. I'm not in charge. You know that.
The Mer-kis-ma-ther continues because you interrupted her with that.
She put me in it was a perfect spot for us to just take off. It really was. It was a perfect spot for us to just take off and go.
But it was not the perfect spot for you to make that decision unilaterally.
Again, right. Mort makes every decision unilaterally.
I know. That's why I love Mort.
She just kind of like emphasizes real quick, and she's like with her head in her hands, "Don't make me look for your frozen corpses later and waste my time when we could be killing a dragon."
Jarrell is going to hit his hand to his chest and yell, "We will not dishonor you."
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Do you
Does
take
he
off then?
does he need to roll for deception here?
Jarrell will take off. Will he take off by himself?
Because Jarrell has to know that's not true.
You know, Zach, I think that Jarrell really still believes it.
Okay.
There's no role for self-deception.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
all
Jarrell and Faradell are taking off. We
That's
don't
deep.
Hopefully, they pointed us in the right direction.
Yeah, they pointed you north. No one wanted to ask any questions. You guys just wanted to fucking leave. So
Well,
you
we
did.
haven't left yet.
Yeah, you did. You're kicking off. Or are you guys just saying all of these closing phrases and then just sitting there?
Well, so long.
It's like it's literally like the Italian goodbye. Like you just never actually.
You just keep saying goodbye. And then,
I resemble that remark.
I do too. Talk to my grandmother.
I've always applied.
It's like they're still doing goodbyes like 2 hours later in the kitchen. You're like, "Wait, what? You're still here?"
I always thought that was the Jewish goodbye.
It's
It's
literally
multiple
the only one that
cultures
actually
goodbye.
says goodbye is the Irish goodbye, where you just don't say
go.
goodbye.
Right.
You just leave.
I think our cultural like similarities, there's a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think family structure, especially, and just kind of how shit works like that, it just feels so similar.
Very simple.
Food
Right.
providing grannies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna ask this lady, where are these dragons, woman? Again, I am drunk Mort on a griffin, and nobody ever holds me down.
Whoa.
A general.
You've still been drinking?
You just said you were sobering up.
Yeah, but
been
it's only
through a
been like
montage,
it's
dude.
only been like an oh yeah, the montage.
There was a whole montage.
He
No.
failed at
Are you
riding
still
it.
drunk?
No, he
I mean, you said
sober
it.
Mort. Yeah, I guess sober
You
Mort
already
said that.
fucking said it, dude.
You referred to the noblest warrior of this community as a
A
woman.
woman.
And then
So-
demanded she give you information that you.
Impatient Mort's not the best.
Her
This is gonna be bad.
her expression changes from pleasant Because you were the one who provided the silver, mind you.
I
so
did.
I feel like you do this with a lot of people, is that you make a great impression at first, and
then
then
I
you
ruin
just
it.
completely tank it,
I
like
just
in a
ruin
matter
it,
of
yeah.
minutes.
Just diarrhea
Just
all
being
over
an
it.
idiot. Yeah.
And she draws both of her broadswords.
Woman swords.
That was fucking great. Absolutely. That was great.
Fran is speechless.
Wow.
Did I get the drop? Nice.
I can't even decide if that's offensive or not.
If anything, that was more proper.
Right. I just
Call it broadsword because it's wide.
easy.
Calm down, Francesco.
Man.
Yeah, it's
Fran does not speak for the rest of us in the podcast.
yeah. Jesus,
We
say
like our broads in all sizes.
yeah, and also, Fran, we say curvy. Okay.
Right. Perfect.
Francesco, be considerate.
Each
How did I end up losing? How did I end up losing?
Wait till your wife gets home.
Oh no.
So do we just name the episode something, make the rockin' world go round?
Yeah. Or just Broad City would be good.
No.
No.
I'm moving on. Actually,
Broad Cloud City.
Broad City. Yeah, it's perfect.
Actually, funny enough, there is actually a really cool D&D podcast with an all-female cast, and they're called the Broadswords,
That's pretty dope.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
and they're pretty sweet.
Well, they would really appreciate this little segment. Or hate it.
Right.
They might laugh once.
They enjoy any of
They
this.
might
I am
laugh
not
once or
sure.
twice.
We're all really nice guys, I promise.
Not me.
But when you
Feel
have to
for
say we're
respect.
really
Yeah, you
nice
have to
guys, I
start
feel
saying.
like it goes against us being really nice guys. We are. But
And I just date and abuse men, so
yeah.
Yeah, well,
women are cool.
good.
All right.
I'm glad we established this.
So we should skate right over me really offending.
Oh no, we're not skating
America's
over that.
We-
at all.
That was not skating over anything.
No, we skated right.
You guys have been trying to do that this whole time by sidebarring the conversation, but
Okay.
now we're going to cut right back to that.
Okay.
You're like that kid on the ice rink that is trying to skate, but he has one of those like ice rink walkers.
He's trying to get away from someone
yeah,
and
yeah.
just can't.
It doesn't work out.
No.
Rather than draw her weapons, she kind of just looks at the just kind of starts fuming at you, looks at the griffin or whatever, and then she just she smacks it and it just takes off, but just yours.
Okay.
Jarrell and Peridot already left, and he's on Hoblets.
Correct.
You get no information, and you've ruined it for everyone.
That's fine.
Jarrell already left. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, literally, we've already been
fine, that's
halfway.
fine.
That's fine.
So pretty
Even
much-
those of
it's
us
not
that have
nearly-
patiently been waiting.
So pretty much the only information you have is that it's somewhere in the mountains in the north. You just got to keep going north along these mountains. Maybe you'll find a dragon.
Well, we're on a griffin. We can just hover over a lot of stuff.
I mean,
until we see a
Quinn
dragon.
and Zero still have a chance to be polite here.
No, he
Every-
No,
was
I
pretty-
just kind of just before we take off, just after them, kind of point, but put my hand sort of in front of my mouth, like it's not going to go out. Whisper, bait, and then take off after them.
That's good. That's good. Zero can be condescending. So you guys take off, none the wiser.
Maybe a little less wise.
Jarrell has a gigantic grin on his face. He's just in heaven right now.
Because you're flying.
No, nothing for.
Yeah, you guys are flying. I mean, take it in. It's pretty cool. Jarrell, you're at least starting to acclimatize a little bit, but it's still pretty hard to breathe up here. You guys may want to drop altitude a bit.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you really have nothing to go on besides it's north. So what are you doing to figure out where the fuck this dragon is?
So, from what we know of dragons, they have caves and stuff, right?
Yeah, maybe.
From
I
last
mean-
time.
Sure.
You've encountered one dragon in your life, all of you.
Correct.
And I wasn't there for that.
Nope.
Are there any like cloud rumors or whispers as to like where these dragons could be?
We could have asked, but we didn't.
I'm just gonna, think, let's look for scorchy burnt shit.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okay.
But is it that kind of dragon?
You don't know.
Well, I'm gonna assume
for
it's at
dragon
least
sign.
a wingling dragon.
Like worm sign, only dragon sign.
Okay, that's great. Did you bring thumpers?
No.
Do you guys just head like due north, like following the mountains? Is that, I'm assuming, your sense of direction, your course of direction? Like, what's the path you're taking?
Yeah. Jarl, I guess is. I mean, am I flying ahead of everyone? We left first.
I mean, technically, Mort and Hoblet left first.
No. Jarrell was
that's right,
already
you just
gone
took
before
off. Yeah.
I tried to do the hero out.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
And you succeeded.
I succeeded on mine.
None the wiser.
Perfect Jarl.
Yes.
Do these things have like an autopilot? They don't just like
No, you're
go
flying
where
it.
it is.
You're steering it.
I mean, like, you have to like at least like control like the pitch, the altitude.
Okay.
Just tell it. To,
You're
like,
flying the
yaw.
bird.
like,
I mean,
kinda-
we just went through training, dude.
You should know this.
Yeah.
Slept through that
You
part.
can
No,
learn
he
how to
didn't.
drive
He
a
paid
car.
attention.
There's still cruise control.
No, there's no
You're gonna
cruise
push
control.
the button on the Griffin
Yeah.
and just let off the gas at the
Also,
right time.
cruise
there a series
control
of
is not autopilot. Can
Yeah.
we just make that clear?
Two very different
To
things.
everyone
Yeah.
that's thinking like, oh
Exactly.
shit, I can just use this as autopilot.
I hope
don't.
no one thinks that.
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
It
Right.
is.
And if anyone has been doing that, thinking it's autopilot, how the fuck have
I
you
am
lasted this long?
very
Lucky.
good job. Keep it up.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay, you head north. What?
Do we see any broken trees? Do we see any?
I would like. I would like all of you to make me perception checks.
Any mounds
As
of
we're flying.
gold or
So just gonna go around Hoblet,
7.
Mort.
that is a 19.
Wow. Quinn.
23.
0.
15.
14.
And
17.
Pretty good.
Quinn and Mort. Nothing scorched at all in this area. However, there is an area where you see that there are some trees that have been like sort of flattened or at least like disturbed, and these massive icicles, almost looking like crystals growing off the side of the mountain.
Well, since this
Nothing to see here.
Mer-kis-ma-ther did say that this thing has been freezing everything. The giant peaks of ice is probably like a
That
good
was-
tell sign that we should go check that out.
That was
It
something
angers me
was
that he said that first.
Yep, there was something that she had mentioned.
I was paying attention.
It disgusts me.
It really does.
It
Doesn't it?
disgusts
It feels
me.
bad, doesn't it?
He was drunk the majority of that time.
Uh huh.
Well,
He was still listening to
And
the
yet-
Mer-kis-ma-ther.
Gemurfichlazen.
Miss America led me to believe that we should follow the ice.
In that, such that.
So let's go there. I'm gonna tell Hob, I'm gonna kind of like boot him in the butt, be like, oh, look down there. There's some ice. We should go check it out.
Yeah,
So-
and Quinn's like probably
Start
already
the
started
swoop.
flying that
Yeah,
way.
I'm already that direction.
Yeah.
This way, everybody. I don't know why my voice just changed, but
It's pretty
you know,
good.
My accent changed a little.
You
bit.
were excited.
So do we land our griffins?
That's a good question.
Jarl would like to land his. He doesn't want to fight on it because he doesn't want to hurt the griffin.
Well, if
I mean,
it's
I'm
on
not
the
gonna
ground,
fly it into
yeah.
the mountainside, but yeah, sure, let's land it.
Where do you land?
Well, is there any sort of area that's like flat near where the icicles are coming out?
Anywhere where there's like tree cover as well. Anywhere we can like hide them.
There are some trees, yes, but then it's a very steep climb still to where some of these crystals start to converge.
We gotta do what we gotta do, right? We can't kill the griffins. That's like the only thing we can't do.
Can't do the same thing we did with those camels.
Correct. We really fucked those camels up. We did make a stew out of them though, and I'm sure that griffin stew is good.
I'm so glad I'm back.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've been back a while, but some of the stories I've been hearing for when I was gone.
Were you not there when we accidentally murdered those camels?
Not at
It
all.
was just one camel.
I thought it was 2. It was just one.
It was Herman.
I would have stopped that shit. Also, the waterboarding. I would have stopped the waterboarding.
Jarrell stopped the waterboarding, all right? Like,
Nobody got waterboarded.
Not fast enough.
You guys are
He didn't get waterboarded.
you guys are like landing these griffins and sharing your stories of the past and
We can't do to these griffins like we did to the
Can the griffins understand anything that we're saying? Are they nervous?
unclear.
Okay. I'm gonna shut up. Gerard, remember when we killed those camels? We can't kill these griffins like that. Let's hide them in the woods. And then we should hide them in the woods.
Yeah, I mean, you dismount and you can they'll be here.
Is there a hitch? Like, can we set up something to hitch
They
them to?
would prefer not to be hitched.
But they will stay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's hike.
Yeah. It's steep. It's cold. It's real cold. Mort, have you changed from your
I
sunflower
have.
outfit?
I have. Into something a little bit more appropriate.
Which is?
Well, I'll tell you.
He's
Out of
going
the
to
stained
tell.
glass
He's going to
bucket.
tell. He's going to 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 tell.
It's
He's going-
to keep me warm. It's like, think of just like a bandolier, but like kind of wrapped around like individually around like all my like extremities and appendages and all that of
All of them.
sparklers that are lit.
Just magically always lit.
Always lit. Always lit. Kind of like providing a little bit of a heat source, and it goes all the way. It's like it's a hat. It's like it's basically
You're a giant
like
sparkler.
It's like a sparkler jumpsuit.
it's a sparkler.
You were
jumpsuit.
riding a griffin.
It's like the anti-cloak of elven kind.
Right.
Mort needs as much attention as possible.
Yeah, it's
Always.
His close encounter with America's mother put him in a really 4th of July.
I was gonna say
God.
we're very patriotic.
Just think, when he casts mirror image, it's gonna be like a firework.
Yay! I'm
Oh
excited.
wow, yeah, like a little explosion of Mort sparklers.
Baby, you're a firework.
No.
And then you have to sing that 4 times over.
What do you think about that song?
What song is that?
You don't know
Firework.
Katy Perry, bro?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's good. We've reviewed it.
There you go.
It's cool.
So,
Oh, good song. Yes, that's a good song.
I mean, that's
That's
why
only
I
if
sang
you
it.
play the recording,
Yeah,
right?
I-
Okay. Well, let's continue the gag.
So I'm full head to toe in sparklers that are keeping me warm.
great.
Warmth
I love it. I
sparklers.
love it so much that I'm not even going to question it.
Fine.
Because I just want to move things along now. I feel like I'm seizing a rare opportunity here.
We can make the episode longer. I mean, it's been entertaining, right?
Oh, it's been fucking completely.
All right, let's make it an hour and a half. It doesn't matter.
We're doing fine on time anyways.
Okay.
I'm keeping that gag going of me trying to wrangle you idiots every time,
Oh, so our central gag.
I say anything.
Never mind.
The overarching gag of pretty much my entire life. Let's just be honest.
I am so ready to give these reins back to you and let you sit behind the screen for a while I get to watch everyone torture you instead.
Yeah, but Dave's
Yay.
way meaner to the party than you are. And that's just a fact.
I want you to succeed.
Well, yeah.
So
So does
does
he,
Dave.
but he's also
By
way meaner.
developing as many obstacles to put in your way as
Yeah.
possible.
He's a little tougher.
Okay, maybe
Oh,
I
is that
have
a
to-
challenge? Oh no.
Why the fuck are you
Massimo,
talking?
Keep your mouth shut.
These are all obvious things that they know.
We're
There's no
about
it
to
is
you
fight
realize
a
apparent.
frost
I have
dragon,
seen
and you're
DM friend be
antagonizing Fran
very
over how-
vindictive.
I'm just saying. I'm being honest. I'm hey,
I have
I'm
been
out here.
so nice.
I'm out here living.
I have been so nice, and you guys just shit all over it.
I didn't
Who's
shit
you
all over.
guys?
I was appreciative right
It
there.
wasn't like an all of you guys.
Who's you guys?
I'm just putting it out there because I think at some point all of you have done something.
Sure.
to,
Yeah, I can't say I have not.
I do on like a consistent minute
Well, I
to
mean,
minute
you are his
basis.
brother.
was
Me
gonna
too,
say
and I love
I was
it.
gonna say you've been doing that for almost 27
Right.
years.
No, I'm nice
training
in
in this.
between there. It's really just podcast now.
Yeah, no, you're pretty
Little
great.
That
snippets.
it comes
Years
out.
ago, I used to basically be Franz Kramer, so I've got a long history of
This
antagonizing.
Is true, actually. This is very true. He would come over unannounced all the time.
Can I play with your dog?
I can just see him doing the whole.
Oh, actually,
No, you were always welcome. I love you.
Thank you.
So,
Love you too.
you guys begin your hike. Mort is obviously the look at me.
I'm doing it for warmth. I'm not.
I mean,
doing it.
I was gonna do invisibility and stealth, but it doesn't even matter.
You can please make him invisible.
You could.
More cast mirror image.
Well,
That ship went
technically
and sailed.
Make us all invisible.
You could-
Try
I
that
could
shit.
still make all 4 of them invisible.
Because he's concentrating on mirror image and you're concentrating on invisibility,
For him.
and they all mimic his actions. So yeah, I would say that you
Ah,
could
fuck.
you could technically make an invisible Mort. An invisible Mort.
Does it have to be a willing creature though?
We should do that all the time.
It does have to be a willing creature.
I am absolutely not willing. Not a chance.
Will you make Jarrell invisible again?
I will gladly walk
Ching,
up by
ching,
myself
ching,
and find this
ching.
dragon.
Better than being seen with 5 or 4 more.
Was that an offer, or are you?
I will gladly do that. I'm being serious.
Are you like marching up to the?
Sure.
top?
If everybody wants to be invisible, if you can find a way, or whoever wants to, I'll march up by myself and I'll take this like brunt head on, and then you guys figure it out from there. I'm being serious. It's a good plan.
If he's gonna be that
And
way,
I do
there's
have a
no
lot of
need
stealth.
for us to be invisible.
Again, and
that
I
is a
do have a lot of
terrible
stealth.
plan.
No, it's not, because I'm very stealthy. I can probably get past it without.
You're
anybody
dressed
noticing.
as a
Listen,
firework.
because I'm dressed as a firework does not mean I'm still not a stealthy character.
You
I
have
will
disadvantage
gladly
on
do this.
stealth checks.
You're a
while you
fucking
are-
human road
How many
flare.
fireworks have you watched that were stealthy?
Have
I
you,
could still do it.
Have you ever seen anyone try to be stealthy while literally dressed in sparklers?
You're
I also
on
have
fire.
I also have my cloak that I can just plop right over.
Or
which is
that
always
lady
on.
that walks into a dance in sequins? I mean, come on. You can't do it.
Humor me. Tell me your plan. I mean, if no one's going to stop him,
That is literally my plan, and I'm telling everybody. I literally
You're
said
gonna-
that out
That's
loud. in
suicide.
character.
Jarrell's not gonna let
It's
you
not
do
suicide.
it.
Absolutely not.
So you're gonna put your cloak over your sparklers.
Correct.
Wait, you have an invisibility cloak?
Oh, I have an invisibility cloak.
And they are magical sparklers, right? So they can. I'm sure you can dim them at will.
Yeah, they're on a dimmer.
They're not fire.
They're on a dimmer.
Are they
You know what? Actually, every time I clap, they're like clap on. Every like, and then they go out, and then like, and then they're back on.
I like
So-
that too much to not let it.
Yeah, I mean.
And that
how
was
can
just
you
in
not?
case anyone didn't know what a clap was.
And that's not to be confused with the clap.
Right,
I
yeah.
will be keeping track of when he claps.
Right now they're off,
Yep.
and I'm walking up because nobody's stopping me. I told them that plan. Everybody's fine with it.
No, Jarrell's trying to stop you.
Why?
Mort, that's suicide.
For what
You
reason?
have no idea what you're fighting up there.
Yeah, I'll be a.
It's a giant frost dragon.
Come up the rear and back me up. Ooh.
Ooh.
Sparkle on.
I don't like the backing you up part, but I certainly.
More. Pay attention, because you just turned your. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I was a little turned on. My bad.
No, we want you to turn off.
I'm off. Now I'm off.
Mort is off.
I'm just thinking of that woman in the bed going, aggressively clapping her lights off.
If you want to be turned on the clouds.
Wait, is it
I
only?
got it. Wait, no, I gotta go.
Is it only when he claps?
I actually like the challenge if it's actually
Anytime you hear.
anyone within 20 feet of him claps.
So did I just turn him back on?
Yes.
Well, if you want to turn somebody on in the clouds, you have to use some cumulingus.
I'm angry because I've literally been like repeating that word over and over again in my head for the past like 20 minutes.
Me
trying
too.
To
And
work
I
it
got
in.
it. I beat you, Mike.
I
Suck on that,
hate
bitch.
I hate that you beat me really quickly.
I want to be off just for the record.
I almost feel like a Nimbus. No, fuck.
No.
You
I
really
tried too
lost
hard
us.
on that
You
one.
really lost us.
All right, I turned off Mort.
Yeah, you're off, Mort.
Yeah, that was more like a Nim miss.
Is all right. I'm ignoring Jarrell and I'm blazing the trail. By
Ignoring Jarrell. Oh, he's trying to stop you, right?
Correct.
And he's just marching up there?
I am marching up.
Jarrell again is trying to hold him back.
Okay,
He knows that they're fighting
you need
each
to
other.
make me a d20 roll to see if you grab the right Mort.
Because I do have 4 of them.
Shit, he says.
14.
Mort, what does he need
Is
to
it
get
a strength?
to
or
hit you?
What am I using?
17.
It's going to be strength.
Oh,
Wait.
strength?
No. You
Just
just
my
need to tell
armor
me
class
the-
is 14.
your DC.
My DC.
Or like,
is
you know how mirror image, like
Mirror
he
image.
requires a certain number to actually hit you?
correct. It's a
So-
17.
Is it?
No.
It's an 11, I think.
Hold on.
I feel like you should just have
It's a saving
to.
throw DC. My
There are how many morts? There are 4 or 5 morts.
4.
There are
There are
4
4.
more.
Well,
So I
3
feel like you should.
synthetic morts and 1 me.
Okay, so 4 total. Yeah, I feel like you should just have to like pick a range of 5 digit or 5 numbers that is actually you.
There's a way that it works. That you
Actually,
can
I like this better.
Destroy if hit. Randomized attacks. AC is 10 plus my Dex modifier, which is 3. So it's 13 to smash me.
If I grab you, I'm just grappling you.
Yes.
I'm grappling the right you. And yes, I do it.
All right, I guess he does it.
So I'm not.
Does that break his?
Oh, he turns it.
Does that break his grasp?
No, it just turns your magical sparklers on, dude.
Which probably burns him. a
No,
little bit.
we've already agreed they're not fire
true.
because they would just burn up your cloak.
Good point.
Yep. They're just decorative.
Decorative.
I'm up.
So Jarrell is literally holding Mort on his side.
The other Morts are just floating there in the same position.
Right. How close are they to me?
They're like pretty close, within like, I would say within like 5 feet of you.
So I'm carrying Mort sideways into the trees a little bit to see if we can.
Jarrell, put me down. I demand you. Gonna make a persuasion there.
Make me a charisma contest. Both
Just
of you.
straight charisma?
Charisma versus charisma. Persuasion versus persuasion.
Okay.
This is an aggressive roll. Oh, you fell.
What'd you get?
22.
Fuck, 11. And I'm so charismatic.
So is he.
There's a lot of us in this group.
So I turn to
Not Hoblet.
Quinn and Zero and Hoblet and what's the play here, boys?
Dragon at hand.
A frost dragon, it seems.
I am the only one that has not fought a dragon yet.
You did really good on the half dragon.
The wyvern.
Oh, is that the
Why
thing
do
that
you
I took
gotta
the
bring that
scales up?
shit up?
Just remembering what happened.
There was, I mean, let's just remember.
There's a plot coma.
Yeah.
Right.
Zero acknowledges your question about what we should do by revving up the flywheel on reason.
Okay.
How did you beat the last dragon? Is this a terrible, terrible question to ask?
It was a brave fight.
I want to hear what everyone else's story of this is.
Perception
actually.
of this event.
Yeah.
It was a brave fight. Jarrell, of course, myself did most of the damage.
I like how he refers
I
to
am-
him in the third person and then clarifies who he's talking about.
Almost certain that I killed that dragon. I am almost certain.
How?
John, the player, remembers Mort blowing that dragon up.
So I don't care who killed the dragon.
I'm sure I did. I know for a fact that I did.
How
Can you
did
just
you
admit it?
kill the dragon? How did it eventually die? How did you find it? How did you get it out? The how, not the who, the what, the how.
Well, the dragon was a person. And
No, it was a fucking dragon.
No, that was the Black Drake. Was
Yeah.
the person the wyvern?
Turned into a dragon.
The wyvern?
Boris the
Oh
Black
no,
Drake
we're just talking. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
turned into a black drake.
Okay.
Borzon, the black drake.
Horizon.
What do I say?
Boris?
Boris?
Because Boris is a spider.
Yeah, we also no. It's
No,
Boris the
Boris.
butcher.
Yeah, Boris was a little girl
12-year-old girl.
with a candy cigar or something.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, one of my favorite characters. So
Yeah, that was a good one.
still.
Yeah, what do you want?
So
The dragon was a person. Then it turned into a dragon and we beat it to death.
Like you do.
Okay. Real experts. Awesome.
He's not
so
wrong.
Like, this is the expertise of.
Did the dragon
the heroes
confront
of
you, or did you confront the dragon?
Okay, well, this
We
is going to
didn't
be
know
a
it was a
completely
dragon
different.
at first.
This is obviously an ice dragon. Can we all just understand that? So this is going to be completely different from whatever.
You're saying this from Jarl's hip?
Yes, from whatever
I
experience
think
we've had.
I should go invisible and leave you all here.
You always just want to be invisible.
I just stopped him from doing that.
No, he was going in like a firework.
I was turned
I'm
off.
going in invisible.
I was turned off. Nobody would have saw me.
I'm kidding. Because clearly that didn't work the first time I tried to do that. So why don't we try to be as stealthy as we can be and approach the cavern together so that if anything goes wrong, we all have each other's backs.
I also really love how your last resort is stealth.
Right.
Again, you could have just stood 20 feet behind me as I stealth my way up
Do
here.
you understand that we have Mort and Hoblet in our
Yeah.
group?
Oh, I know. I understand.
Hoblet hasn't done
Stealth is
anything dumb in a
useless.
while.
Yeah, but we still always end up here. I wonder why.
Jarl would first like to make sure that this is actually where the dragon's lair is. For sure.
right.
So just
I mean, the
kind
only
of
way to do
setting
that
up-
is to scout it.
Yeah, like setting up and just kind of surveying the area for a while seems like a good idea.
Or we could just walk up there.
Do we want to
Right.
try to trap it in the cave if it's in there? We don't want to be in the cave and then it shows up.
Correct. You don't want to fight in a
the
cave.
bad way to do it is to be trapped by the dragon. But if you can
Right.
trap the dragon,
Or
you have a maybe better.
if a
because we
few
did
of
use
us went in.
giant swinging log. Always a fan of the giant swinging log. It worked last.
Oh, the giant swinging log did work really well.
Against a dragon, right?
It killed like 5 guys.
Where are we going to get a log?
None of them were dragons.
Are
A
we
log
above
guy.
the tree
I
line
got a
here?
log guy.
I mean, you're not like. I mean, you're kind of above the tree line. Like you'd
He
have
delivers.
to hike up to get to like not out of the tree line to get to the cave.
Okay.
So
I
are
guess
we
let's go check out the cave.
surveying,
Yeah, let's go
or
check
are
out the
we?
cave.
Can we
going
use
full
Mort
force?
as bait?
I mean, that's what he wanted us
He
to
was
do.
already offering
Yeah.
it. That was
Okay.
that was the first option.
Yeah, let's
We've
just
already
do
turned
that.
option.
I feel like it's going to happen anyway. So
Willingly.
there's really no reason to fight this.
Literally, willingly, I said this like 7 minutes ago.
If we start surveying,
We're a little slow.
We just happen to like stop watching Mort for a hot second. He will literally be halfway up into
Right.
the cavern.
'Cause we're gonna
Jarl, that's
fight it
why
anyway.
Jarl is not letting go of Mort.
Can the party please convince him to let me go scout the area?
You'll have to figure out some situation in which
Well, let's all head up there. We'll keep an eye on him from a distance.
keep a little leash on it.
You could. I got a lot of fucking rope, dude. I've been trying to rope myself to people forever now.
I mean, why don't we just all kind of calm down and have Quinn make us all invisible?
Can you make us all invisible?
I can't do that.
Yeah, it's too many people to make invisible.
Many of you.
Make all of you invisible, and I'll put up my cloak of elven kind, and
So
try
you're
to.
good.
Yeah.
There's 4 of me. I feel great.
Well, stop being 4 people.
Wait a minute. Maybe I can.
Or we can just walk up here and maybe we're
might
thinking
have
over like
gotten rid
we're
of
gonna
my
have to confront this thing one way or another if it is up there.
So make as many of you as invisible as possible,
You can just make
I'm
all
gonna-
of them invisible. Yeah.
except for me, I think.
Oh right.
Except I got rid of my regular invisibility.
Well, that's
I
great.
only have greater.
Oh, so when you
invisibility.
leveled up, you decided. To
So I fucked
drop
up.
invisibility.
Yeah, I might have messed up a little bit, but I did get some really great other stuff.
Yeah, that's not.
How many
invisible.
people can you make invisible?
Just himself.
Just
I can
yourself.
make no.
person.
I have two. I have two 4th level spell slots now,
Right, but
so I can make me and one other person.
It's concentration, though, right?
Yeah. But
so
I can't do both spells
By
at the same
casting it
time.
again, you're ending the effect
Sure.
of the other person.
So yeah, it's only one. Sorry.
One person.
Didn't some of us have potions of invisibility at one point?
I definitely do not have those. If
I don't know.
did have
I mean,
them
I've given
before.
you guys a lot of things, and I mean, it's kind of.
Right.
How long? Oh fuck. Okay, I have a clairvoyance potion, which means that I can like use that to create like an orb of like an observer kind of thing. If we have an hour, I can make a clockwork thing that'll like be able to patrol.
Send it in.
Hopefully, with this orb, does the clairvoyant orb need to be stationary? Is the thing.
Kind of. So it's essentially, so you create this invisible sensor within range, which is, the range is like a mile. Okay, in a place that's familiar to you, which obviously this is because it's right in front of you. And these, or you can even, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door, around a corner, or in a grove of trees. So you can be like, in that cave.
But can I like?
When you cast a spell, you choose seeing or hearing, and you can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if it were, if you were in its space, essentially, right? So you can either hear or see. As your action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. And then, if a creature can see the sensor, but only if they have the invisibility or see invisibility or true sight abilities, they would actually see something. Otherwise, it's completely invisible.
Okay.
So, you can, but it remains like where you place it. You can't.
And I
move it.
can't place it on a movable thing.
No, it has to be a location, like an actual location.
Do you think we're in a little bit of like analysis paralysis here, and we should just walk
I think
up
you
there?
can put it in there. I think
Or
you
do
can
you
put
think
this.
you
I
can
think that
just-
some situations do deserve a plan.
Okay. Well, that's all you needed to say.
Ah!
I mean, I want to know what you guys are deciding.
Felix isn't here.
I think we, as a party, should start moving inward in concentric
Could-
radii.
We're heading
Around-
towards.
around
We're heading
this-
up.
Could
around
we
this area.
head toward the cavern?
Yep.
And then, once we get toward the cavern, then maybe use invisibility to scout deeper in.
Yeah, and place the orb.
You two
And
go
place
ahead.
place the sensor.
So you four would basically stand guard
Right.
while the two of us venture into the cavern.
Yeah. And place the sensor. Are you thinking?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Cool.
fine with me.
All right,
You
let's
can
do
place
that.
It, but you can place it there like without even having to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Like it's pretty easy to know. Like I want to put it inside this cave, like around that corner, and just like place it down so it's looking into the cave. If you want to dive deeper, yeah, sure, you can do that. But
I think I want to dive deeper.
Okay.
Is the thing.
So how many of you are going to scout this out?
Let's just me and Quinn.
Okay.
Maybe.
Wait, are we at the cavern?
Sure.
We'll
walk up.
We're walking up.
I think
and-
all of us
yeah.
should be at the cavern.
Okay, it's very difficult terrain up here and very slippery, as everything is super icy. It's taken you a very, very long time to find your footing. It's incredibly difficult to climb up to this cave.
Jarrell turns to 0. This is a good sign.
Are you still carrying me?
Wait, you're carrying him up the ice?
Yeah.
Trying to. Oh no, I guess at that point I'd probably have to put you down because it's difficult terrain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you just immediately take off?
Why did you have that inclination?
Because you picked up your dice?
I'm with the party right now.
Good.
Right now.
Good.
Okay. You guys are struggling to kind of keep your footing here. I'm going to say that like maybe two of you right now can peek in, and I'm going to say that the two up top were Quinn and Paradel. So you guys peek your heads in, and it goes down pretty deep.
Okay.
Cavern.
I
Yeah.
put the hood of my cloak of elven kind up.
Okay, stealth checks to the two of you.
Yeah, so I cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's not good.
Greater invisibility just means that it's you're invisible, but it doesn't mean you don't make sounds.
I'm not trying to hit this
Well, what benefit does it give me? I'm sorry, I don't have a card.
You're
I don't know
invisible.
why I didn't make a card for it.
And you don't, and it doesn't break when you attack or cast a spell. That's the benefit. You're invisible.
So it doesn't give me any sort of stealth bonus?
No, you're just invisible. That's a bonus in and of itself.
Sure.
No one can see you.
Okay. So I am going to use my lucky feet to reroll this.
Okay. What do you got?
21.
And Peridot?
21.
Oh yeah, you guys are pretty sneaky. And you manage to, you can probably pull yourselves up over the edge, but it does get pretty steep as this thing almost like descends down. You can actually see claw marks where something must be like, have literally like just like, pulls itself out of this like almost like carved like tube cave. It just goes like at a kind of an angle down into the mountain again.
Okay. So I can say use my clairvoyance potion and like say I want to put this sensor at the bottom of this pit or like 200 yards down this pit.
Yeah, I mean it can, it's going to be probably about as far as it can make it before it stops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, what can we see down this pit?
You see 60 feet down. It's like it's icy and it kind of like the cavern kind of crooks a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It would be, you'd think that climbing down here, I mean, it's going to be tough to get out because the walls are definitely like really like, it's like hard packed, like icy snow.
Right.
And there's like some rock jutting out, but it's very, it's like everything's kind of frozen solid in here.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be very dangerous to just wander down in here because it'd be much harder to get out.
Right.
But it just keeps going, like beyond 60 feet with your dark vision. You can see.
So this orb will be able to, you'll be able to see whatever is in that vicinity.
Right.
Or
it says,
Or
yeah. I would choose sight though.
Right.
Oh, you can only do one or the other.
Right, but
Got
you could use the action to switch between the senses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So is that what you're doing right now?
Is it worth it? I think this is like the perfect situation to use this potion.
Lasts for 10 minutes, and you're considered concentrating on it.
I use this potion, and I command the sensor to go to the bottom of this pit.
Sure. It goes into the cave, and you kind of like feel almost like a magical confirmation in your belly
Great.
because you drank a potion.
Yummy.
The feeling of a magical
That's just, I mean, I'm leaving that open for
one more
interpretation.
time.
Magical confirmation in your tummy.
Magical confirmation in his tummy.
Was it grape flavored?
Yeah. Are you
Delicious.
yeah, maybe. Why not?
Is it like Welch's grape flavored or like Dimetap grape flavored?
It's like
Ooh.
it's like
Diamond tap.
cranberry grape.
Yeah, I would go more with that.
Cranberry.
What sense are you choosing?
Sight.
Sight? Yeah, at the bottom of this, you can see that it opens up into a much larger cavern. It's a pretty sharp drop from like, this thing almost kind of like comes in from the top of the cavern, like like sort of a little top like side of it, and it's like looking down at another drop of maybe like 100 feet, and there's like a big layer there, and on the ground there sleeps a very large white dragon. And that's what we're going to call this episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thanks everybody for listening. If you like what you heard, you can find us on the internet. We're on such places as Twitter and Instagram at Hapless Heroes. We have a subreddit /r/Hapless Heroes podcast. You can even email us, haplessheroes@gmail.com. But the coolest place to hang out, which you can find some pinned links for on our Twitter and whatnot, is our Discord server, where we hang out, we talk about about freaking anything, and we've been really having a great time with all of you. So join in, come on in, have a chat with us. Probably the best way to reach us at any given moment, but I think we're pretty responsive everywhere else too. And if you really like really like us and want to take those kind words even further, you can leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice, because it just really helps grow in the ranks, get some more visibility. I mean, we've kind of been slowly. I've been actually looking at some analytics. We've been kind of slowly growing, in the kind of up and down, in like the U.S. Podcast.
Have we breached like the top 5,000 podcasts?
In our category, we were actually almost the top 500.
Ooh.
Almost.
What is our category? Fucking
like
inane
that's-
nonsense.
That's the worst thing to brag about.
Gaming and entertainment, other games.
And out of all the podcasts that are gaming and entertainment, other games, we are definitely one of them.
That's right. I just think it's funny. It's like all the different analytics you can get. It's ridiculous. Anywho, if you really like us, you could donate to our Patreons, patreon.com/HaplessHeroes. We have a lot of fun rewards, behind the scenes audio bloopers, so many like weird things, Tablet's Notebook, shiny roll in our Discord server, even to show other people how cool you are and how much cooler you are, even though everyone's pretty cool, but like you're the cooler person in the room.
You got gold.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And if you like us, having nothing in mind yet, right now, you like us.
Yeah.
Create a cardboard, robotic-looking cyborg eye for yourself, and go to the Smithsonian and approach the curator of the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C., and tell them that you've come from the future and that there is an apocalypse on the horizon. And if they do not replace every exhibit in the Smithsonian with something that has some reference to the Hapless Heroes podcast, then the apocalypse will be unavoidable and incoming.
Perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Someone should do that like right now.
Maybe, if you have the resources, use something more convincing than cardboard for your cyborg implant eye.
That's allowable.
That's allowable. Yeah, that'll be in the rules.
If you ever really feel the need to take things to the next level from what has already been suggested, of course, that option is always open. We're just giving you the bare minimum here.
Yes.
Because that's what we do. We give you the bare minimum.
Any of these, if you really like us, suggestions are the bare minimum. Feel free to improvise, elaborate, however you may see fit to suit this to your own needs and, styles.
So speaking of the bare minimum, I'm going to go ahead and outro this cast. That doesn't make any sense. That's not even a good insult. Like, I'm not even proud of it.
So you gave the bare minimum on that one, too.
I really did. Damn. We have, I'm going to go from my right this time. We have John playing Lord Jarrell the Light.
Until next time.
Zach is Peridot Lincolnwoods.
I'm Peridot Lincolnwoods.
Dave as Zero Valen's Avatar of War.
I am stunned and awed by the infinite recursion of half-assedness we're putting in here.
Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
I got rid of invisibility because I don't think it's useful to make invisible people who can't be quiet anyway.
Wow. Speaking to people who can't be quiet, we have Massimo as Lord, aka Gorgeous Mort. Where's my fucking pencil? Where'd it go? And James as Hoblet the Smasher.
The last time I give him a ride.
And I'm Francesco. I've been your host and DM. Tune in next time when we see what happens with this dragon. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Wait, does the DM count as a clapper?
I definitely
I'm on.
I definitely have mentioned
Now
the
I'm on.
Smithsonian
I'm
before.
Bye. God damn it.